Good morning and welcome to the show. My name is Koi. Now, fresh, clean water is a limited resource. While most of the planet is covered in water, it's salt water that can only be consumed by humans and other species after undergoing desalination, which is an expensive process. Now, occurrences such as droughts further limit access to clean and fresh water, meaning people need to take steps to reduce water use and save as much as possible. Now, in some areas of the world, access to water is limited due to contamination. Now, some photographers use their skills to create awareness to a cause that they feel strongly about. Now, coming up is a combination of breathtaking pictures with a strong and powerful message.
Water is essential for life. It is the one substance from which the earth can conceal nothing. It sucks out its innermost secrets and brings the environment closer to us. More than 1.5 of the world's major rivers have been fiercely depleted and polluted. This in mind that the photographer Duncan Willett decided to use water as his subject matter for his creative works.
All the photographs in this exhibition are obviously got a theme, as you can see. They're not just everything I do. They're not a general view of what pictures I can take. They're a theme of water from the source to the sea.
Duncan Willett's work is focused on the source of life.
I mean, the idea is it's not just what I could do. It's basically the theme is water, and I travelled, quite a lot of places all over Kenya to give a picture of the water catchment areas and the water flowing through Kenya at the moment.
Duncan set out to show us the flow, the journey of water, which is captured by several shots of this liquid in motion from its source. He reveals the fundamental requirements of life as we know it: liquid water.
The main purpose of this exhibition was, in 2005, we commissioned a calendar from Duncan Willett, who's the photographer here, and we wanted to show the importance and the beauty of water in Kenyan lives. And so we commissioned a calendar that we wanted to show a river from its inception as a spring to its outlet when it's going to the sea.
The liquid emotion through his pictures fascinates the senses. His pictures capture droplets in mid-splash as nature takes its course.
I think the composition, I like the composition. I like the combination of colour, the use of colour. A lot of it is monotone, but it's colour in monotone. All these photographs can be taken with, anybody can take them with a standard manual camera.
What is the very picture of change, flux, and transformation? Through his pictures, Duncan Willett seeks ways to preserve and foster the protection of our natural world by letting us know conservation of our natural resources is something that we must all engage in.
Many people, Kenyans, have never seen many of these places in Kenya, have never seen some of these rivers. But we want people to say, this is your country. This is, only you can protect this. And if you don't protect this and really push all the various officialdoms and all the bodies, the government bodies, protect your environment, we'll have a desert here.
The need to conserve nature as well as sensitize the public on our environment makes such photo exhibitions possible. The struggle to save the global environment can be enhanced through art, as seen through Duncan Willett's pictures.
If you destroy the forests on those water towers, you will have no water. And Nairobi will die and Kenya will die. So we need to preserve the forests. So the water is important, but without the forest, we won't have any water.
You may think that you and your fiancé have talked about everything, but have you discussed the issues that will make your marriage work? Now, since marriage is the joining of two lives, having clear expectations of each other is important, as they may make or break your marriage. Now, for those of you looking forward to the big day, up next are some of the questions that David Gidogu advises you to ask.
In my view, the first set of questions you need to ask really deal with your belief system, and if you're not aligned in terms of what your core beliefs are about what is important in life, what is valuable, what the meaning of human existence is, you're going to find that the practice of life and how you're living your life is not in alignment, and the basis of this is people don't realize that a lot of what you do in your life is based on what you believe. And if the two of you are oriented into different belief systems, even if both of you claim to be Christians, you'll find that you'll be pulling apart in certain ways. So your belief systems is one. What is your worldview? What is your how do your beliefs shape what is important to you, what you value, and what your core principles are? The second set of questions would be at an individual level. What do you feel your life is ultimately about? What are your grand goals in life? Where are you headed? Do you think your life serves any particular purpose or mission? I have a purpose statement. I have a sense of what my calling is. I have written it down. I've broken it down into what are the key ways in which I'm living this out, so that many people have no idea. They cannot say my life is about anything bigger than having a career, earning a salary, providing myself with the signs of having successfully developed a career, maybe having a couple of meaningful relationships. But beyond that, I can't say that my life is about anything bigger than that. There's no central thought around which I organize my life. So that's a big question. That's a deep question, and it's something that I think it's important to talk about. One of the many complaints I hear, especially from women in their marriages, is talking about men without direction. From single women talking about their peers who are not ready to get married because a lot of men don't seem to have a particular plan, a particular place they are going. You know, they haven't figured. It's like they have a question mark at the center of their being, and they don't even know what that question is, leave alone where to get answers for it. So that creates a lot of problems. It creates a lot of anxiety and frustration in relationships, in marriages, even for children. So we have a kids club which we invite children to interact with us, and one of the things that kids can pick up is they don't get a clear sense of what their parents' life is about. Their focus is on you read, study, so you can get good grades, pass, get a good job, and that's what their life is essentially about. But kids have this longing to live a more rich life than that, and they find that this question, there's no answer from their parents, especially their fathers, into this arena. So it creates a generational problem. So this is an important issue to talk about. What's your life? Where is your life heading? I think a third thing that's important to talk about and to observe is what's your value for relationships? Now, you know, I say to young ladies, listen, if this guy doesn't have an interest in relating with his people of his family, doesn't have a meaningful relationship with either of his parents or both siblings, doesn't have meaningful friends, what makes you think that this person has the capacity to relate to you? And the same goes across, that there are guys who are hanging out with girls, want to, you know, because she looks cute, she has a good job, blah, blah. I'm saying, what evidence do you have that this woman is relationally competent, is able to relate in a meaningful way, in a way that will deliver into your heart and your soul what you're longing for in a relationship? Don't be blinded by the sugar, the romance. Look for the evidence outside yourself. So, you know, what's your view and what's your approach and what's your feeling about the value and the importance of relationships? It's such a critical dimension of being human, but it's so neglected. And I think that's an important question to ask. And I think the last two would be, in what ways are you seeking to make a difference in this world that don't relate to money, being paid or money? And then finally, in what ways are you developing or applying your potential to become productive? And that's an important issue as well.
Photography is a powerful medium when used to empower the conservation movement. Now, a committed conservation photographer ensures a sense of empathy and compassion for the natural world. It motivates the viewer to take an active role in the conservation of nature and the environment. Conservation photography is a form of activism that creates photo stories that move the mind and the heart of the audience. Now, these story images emphasize a specific cause related to environmental awareness and protections. Now, send us your comments on midmorning@standupmedia.co.ke, and don't forget to check out our Facebook page as well. It's called KTN Mid-Morning. If you enjoy the show, be sure to like our page. That's it for today. We have more for you tomorrow, so be sure to join us.